Wednesday, December 21st. What's good?
You gonna know me, you gonna know my name. Yeah. You gonna know me, you gonna know my name.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to What is Good Wednesdays. Again, it's What's Good Wednesdays. I am your host, Chandler Fehr, and today I am actually not in Pocatello. I am in Boise, staying at my sister's house for this Thanksgiving break. I'm in my niece's bedroom, and she just got home from school, so there's a high likelihood that she will barge in here and annoy me. So hopefully that we can get through this smoothly, some smooth sailings, and do the WGW thing this week, as we like to do, where we bring you the world's biggest story, the winner of the week, and who did the absolute worst. So, beginning with the story of the week, and I know there's a lot going on in the news right now, guys. I get it. I understand that you want me to talk about what's going on between Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. He shot her, right? And that's awful. He's in jail. He's probably going to get out, right? Maybe that's not awful. Maybe it is. We'll never know. I know that you probably want me to talk about what's going on with the UFC. Patty Pimblett lying to everybody, saying that Ariel Helwani told him he needed to come on his show and to not do this paid gig so he can do an unpaid gig for him, and stealing, Prime and essentially everything that Prime is doing. But that's not what we're going to talk about either. The biggest story in the world this week, I feel like doesn't even need to be explained because everyone sees it happening in real time. And that is Elon Musk buying Twitter. And what a shit show he has done with the platform. Now, your boy is not on Twitter, and I haven't been on Twitter for 3 years. Recently, I re-downloaded it. So I guess I'm Patty Pimblett because I'm lying, right? I am on Twitter. Not as much as I used to be, and it's very, very recent and new. I already feel like I need to re-download the app, but I wanted to see what was going on, right? Because a couple of months ago, Elon bought, I think, 49% or something of Twitter and became the biggest shareholder of Twitter, thus giving him the most, I don't know, ownership over the platform and being able to make other decisions, right? And at first, everyone was like, yeah, this is a great idea. We should be allowing Elon Musk to come in here, infiltrate the app. Obviously, he runs Tesla. He runs SpaceX. He does all of this great shit. He's the richest man in the world. He'll do well for the platform. And his big thing was that he was a free speech absolutist. Now, we all know that Twitter is the most bitter app on the face of the planet. What's that guy's name who walked across America and has the song that's like, I'll write you a song to make you fall in love, I would already. Mike Posner. There's a reason that he said that Twitter's apoplectic, right? He's just angry at you. Everyone is just coming on Twitter to be angry and to spread their political ideology. And if you don't agree with them, then they come out like vampires in the nighttime in a Dracula movie. Probably Twilight because they're all gay. So, yeah, man, that was his big thing, was he was going to be a free speech absolutist, bought Twitter, freedom, I guess, quote-unquote, freedom of speech, different ideologies were being poised. Elon himself even was making some pretty banger tweets, right? Like, AOC tweeted at him and was like, you need to put down the phone and actually start doing something and do your job and blah, blah, blah. And he just tweeted back at her, you first. Amazing. The owner of Twitter, the richest man in the world, is thumping on politicians. Absolutely donking on Bill Gates himself. Now, recently, there was a spew of tweets on Elon Musk's free speech Twitter, um, where someone was tracking his family's location. I believe this was around the World Cup, right, when they were out there. I don't know for certain the exact timeline. This is What's Good Wednesdays, right, where we bring you the facts and only the facts that we deeply researched, right? We're not just shooting from the hip. We're lining up a .3, a 306, 3.60, right? We got this Desert Eagle lined up on you. It's not even a rifle, but someone was doxing his family's locations in real time, which obviously is very scary for Elon and a threat to his and his family's safety, clearly. But is that still freedom of speech? Well, there's apparently something that's saying that there's a law against, like, doxing people's locations in real time in California, but that doesn't make any sense because Elon was halfway across the country and he hates California, right? Man is a Texan and moved to Austin. So, Elon since then has kind of done some weird stuff. Like, there was this new policy put into place that you couldn't have Twitter accounts that were promoting different platforms. Like, you couldn't have a Twitter account that solely promoted a Facebook account, or that you solely couldn't promote an Instagram account. And that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because, again, if you're buying Twitter for a freedom of speech platform and you're not going to allow people to do literally whatever they want on Twitter, then I guess you don't have free speech, right? And if you want to be like, oh, we need to censor speech a little bit and we need to, make sure there's not hate speech, like, I guess that's an argument that you could make. But if you're just like, no, it needs to be just for Twitter, then it's not free speech at all, right? And the dude is he's just acting like a little bitch. Just the most little bitch. Like, he put out a poll on his own personal Twitter that was like, should I step down as head of Twitter? And I'll abide by what this post says. What? And it was like, last time I checked, it was like 51% yes, 49% no. Bro, how are you going to step down if, like, literally half the company doesn't want you to, but the other half, by 1% up, does? That doesn't make any sense, right? Like, not the majority, but there's still a fair amount of people that want you to run Twitter. So, Lex Friedman tweeted at him and was like, let me run Twitter for a little bit. My family's being so loud out there. Saying that, I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, Lex Friedman tweeted at him and was like, "Let me run Twitter for a little bit, Elon, and I'll make it happen and blah blah blah. We'll really get in there. We'll have good programming and whatnot." And Elon tweeted back at him and was like, "Okay, but here's the deal: you have to spend all of your life savings and work around the clock, and everyone's gonna hate you for it. You still want to do it?" And it was like, "Okay, dude. Listen, I get it. You put yourself in a bad position. You regret buying Twitter. You realize that you couldn't just come in and make it fucking Tesla, right? But that's no reason to act like a little bitch. You made your bed, so now you lie in it. You put the ingredients in the cake, and now you gotta eat it. Happy birthday, Elon, right? So who knows what's going to happen. I kind of think that Elon's just going to back out of it, and I don't really know if he's going to... This was a fad, right? This was like a publicity stunt. It wasn't really something that Elon really wanted to do, or maybe he did, but he didn't really realize, like, it's social media, man. Like, you're not fixing this. You're not getting it back. So that's the biggest story in the world. This is Elon Musk being a little bitch, and also being the Antichrist. Go check out Bible Secrets. Bible Secrets, episode 4. Elon Musk may or may not be the Antichrist of the world, or just Twitter. Who knows? The winner of this week is honestly the podcast. I know that's weird and might be egotistical or whatever, but this last 2 weeks, near the end of the year, we have, and I don't mean to overplay this or overstate this in any way, skyrocketed in streams on streaming services such as Spotify, Castbox, Apple Podcasts, browsers, things like that. You might not always see it in the YouTube views, right? Because they're different demographics, but thank you to everyone who has been streaming the podcast, listening. It means a ton to me, and we just absolutely had, in the last 11 days, I think it is, we've had 6 or 7 listens ever, like daily listens. So it is incredible, and thank you guys. I don't know if this is here to stay. I certainly hope it is, and I will continue to try to bring you the content to support that. So, Elon Musk, the podcast, and who's doing the absolute worst this week? As Drake says on Worst Behavior, worst zodiac signs. Yeah, that's right. I said it. Zodiac signs. They're trying to change them again. I remember a couple of years ago when they were like, oh, the zodiac signs are different. They're different dates. And you got to move the date back. So you were an Aries, but now you're a Pisces. And your sister was a Gemini, but now she's a Taurus. But now, they're making a completely new zodiac sign. It reminds me of the SpongeBob meme or the SpongeBob scene in the show where he's like, has the rainbow and he's like, imagination. That's what zodiac signs are doing. There's no longer 12. There's 13. Right? You just made a fake thing, took it, and made it more fake. You're essentially like doing like a play inside of a play. Zodiac signs are just noises off. That's all it is. It's just the play that goes wrong. So there's no longer 12 zodiac signs. There's now 13. And this 13th sign is called Ophiuchus. Aries, Pisces, Sagittarius, Taurus. That's a real word. Now, it doesn't look like Ophiuchus. It looks like Ophiuchus. It's spelled. It is spelled O-P-H. Let me get this real quick. Oh, come on, son. Wow. Dude, every time I like set up this thing before the podcast and then all of a sudden it just doesn't work. It just stops. It's just like, hey, you know how you wanted everything to be so smooth for your listeners to like continue skyrocketing on all of your views? Yeah, well, we don't really think that's a great sign. So it's Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus, which is actually pronounced Ophiuchus. So let me read about this real quick. The new sign is called Ophiuchus, which nestles between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So every other sign must move to make way for it, if you choose to accept it into your beliefs. Fake. Ophiuchus shares many of the same characteristics as Sagittarius, and people and with its sign are described as healers and light bearers. No, where's the description? I was literally, dude, I feel like I like time traveled. Like this article isn't even the same. It gave us all sorts of good characteristics of Ophiuchus people. So come on, where are you at? Okay, here we go. Those with Ophiuchus star signs are said to have a mixture of traits from Scorpio and Sagittarius, the star signs which sandwich the new house. They are described as insightful and curious, me, seekers of wisdom and knowledge, me. Open to change and easily bored with routine, me. They can be very passionate people, happy, and strong with charisma, huh. We also found one source claiming they are sexual magnetic, me, right? It's all good, though. It's not all good, though. Ophiuchuses are prone to jealousy, can be short-tempered at times, and are great at procrastinating when they're not being restless and critical. Me. So I am Ophiuchus. What days are even Ophiuchus? I'll let you know. I'll let you know so you can know if you're this new fake star sign. Ophiuchus is November 29th to December 17th. Do I know anyone born in there? My ex-stepdad, Pearl Harbor, early December, late November. Space. Go watch Bible Secrets, right? Bible Secrets, episodes 2 and 3, where we talk about the biblical universe, and we get away from all this Zoroastrian astrology, Zoroastrianism. I can't even say that word; it's so fake, right? You're just making shit up, and it's of the devil, Elon Musk, and that's how you bring it full circle. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much. I know it was a little bit of a shorter episode, but this is What's Good Wednesdays, number 3. I hope you have a good one. Have a lovely day. A Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time. Peace, dudes.